Hi everyone, we have a new feature, especially for you Pinterest fans out there. So what we now allow you to do is post a pin to multiple boards within your account. So to circle back, when we initially launched Pinterest, you had to choose just one board. But now you'll notice that it says boards, plural, and you actually have checkboxes. So let me give you an example of how this works. If you want to search for an image, let's call this office. Grab a random office picture. So this might span multiple boards, legitimately. Like we've got modern office design that fits. My board, yeah, that actually fits because this is my curated board with all of my favorite content. And let's say xeriscape landscape design works too because this is actually going to be an outdoor office. So now we call this outdoor office as a pin title. So let's look at what Socialmonials just did to make this happen. You notice it says to avoid spam penalties. By the way, that dramatically reduces your reach. So that's a big reason we're doing this. To avoid spam penalties, we will post to each board 1 week apart. And then it gives you a list of all the boards that you selected. You can change this to multiple weeks apart if you feel more comfortable with that, or if that just meets with your content strategy. But the bare minimum is 1 week. So you got to wait at least a week between this. That way you're not going to be violating their spam policies, but your pin will still eventually at least be seen by all of your followers. Now, it gets a little confusing in that we also have many automation options, as you know of. We've got the queue, we've got optimal, we've got schedule. Basically, this feature ignores all of that, and it works no matter what you choose. If you post immediately, it's still going to post to the very first board first, right away. Then it's going to wait 3 weeks. Let's change this to 1 so my examples are a little more obvious. I think most of you are going to choose 1 because we're impatient. We've got business to do. So anyway, it's going to post to Modern Office Design initially. Then it's going to post in a week to my board. Then it's going to post to Xeriscape Landscape Design a week after that. So 1 week apart for each board. It doesn't matter. If you choose add to queue, it's going to wait until that first queue spot comes along. Then it's going to post to the Modern Office Design. And then 1 week from that point that it sends that first post, then it's going to send to my board. And then another week later, it's going to post to the Xeriscape Landscape Design. Same thing if you schedule it. Let's say you schedule this. You want this to go out in the holidays, and you're well in advance of that. You could schedule this post to go out on December 15th. And what will happen on December 15th is it will post to Modern Office Design, and then 7 days after that, on the 22nd of December, it's going to post to my board. And then on the 29th, 7 days later, it will post here. So basically, your starting point is still going to be the same as all of your other social networks and all of your other posts. The only thing this is going to change is when this second board will see this pin. So if I had Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all the other social networks included on this post, this doesn't change that. All of those will go out on the first iteration of the post. The only thing that changes is that once all of that is said and done and it is removed from the queue, there will still be one item in the queue, and that will be your Pinterest post. So basically what you'll see is all the other social networks will be gone from the publish on list, and it will only have Pinterest, and it will actually notify you of how many remain after that initial one goes out. So you'll always be able to see, okay, there are still 2 more boards that need to go out. And if you decide, I do not want this to go out to the other boards, just like with any of our other posts, if you remove it from the queue by clicking delete, it will remove those last 2 posts, or 10 or 20 or however many boards that you're trying to send to. It will remove all of the subsequent posts when you remove it from the queue. So if you looked at this in the sent folder, it would actually show each one of those posts as a separate post. And the reason we did that is we want you to be able to analyze each one of those posts individually to see which of your boards is getting the most engagement or click-throughs or revenue or leads, whatever you're tracking using the Socialmonials tracking scripts. We want you to have that individualized reporting capability for each of your pins. And also it's going to reflect that in your reports as well. You're going to be able to isolate which board, which one of those dates and report on each of those individually. So we're all in on Pinterest now. There's really nothing more we could do. If you can think of anything else, let us know. But we believe that this is going to make us we're the best Pinterest scheduling platform out there. We are welcoming any new ideas for the other networks as well. Just reach out to us by clicking at the bottom right and go to live chat and let us know if there's anything more that we can be doing to help your Pinterest game get to that next level. Thank you.